behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got another great interview coming up for you in just a couple moments. But before we get into that, be sure to click that subscribe and that bell. And when you click both of those things, you'll be notified of any new interviews coming your way. And feel free to use the comments section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. Send us an inbox, comment on everything you see, and like the page, so forth. And also, you can email us at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And it's a good way to contact us if you're a band or a solo artist, but we welcome fan mail as well, so if you're a fan, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you there too. And of course, all of this will be recapped during the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Melbourne, Australia today, we have Jakksen. Very awesome artist, and I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in just a moment, but here's a quick word from Small World TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Take a look at all of the types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Well, hello there. It's interview time as promised, and with us from Melbourne, Australia, we have Jakksen with us today. Thank you for joining us, Jakksen.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Okay. We were to have this interview many years ago, but I was using Skype at the time, and Skype had a glitch on it, and we never got a chance to do it again until now, but I'm just glad you're here with us today, Jakksen. Why don't we start off by the usual question I was asked. Tell us a little bit about how you decided you wanted to become an artist, because, everybody has their own story, and we'd like to hear your story.
I don't think to answer your question as quickly as I possibly could, I don't think I had a choice. I think, when you're an artist, you're kind of like being creative, and having a cathartic process or something, like dealing with modern times or whichever time that is, whether that's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or today. It was just a process for me. So I started writing poetry, and actually this probably does answer your question a lot more directly, is that I played soccer. I was pretty good at soccer, and I was a concreter, and I was a big lad, and I'd done my knee playing soccer, and so I had to have an operation, and had 9 months rehab, and the guitar that was sitting in the corner and the poetry that I'd written in the books, they came together, and that's how I became a musician, or an artist, as would say. I mean, I always paint. I've always got paintings around. I'm always painting and doing stuff like that. But musical artist, that's how that come about. So that was just over about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago now, is when I started playing music and started singing. And I didn't even realize I had a voice or anything like that. So it was in my late 20s, and it just come about via circumstance. Otherwise, I'd probably still be working on a construction site.
Oh, okay. Well, it's glad that you discovered music, and I hope you'll be doing this for quite a long time. And I know you'll make people happy doing it. Who are some of the influences in the mainstream world that influenced you to become an artist? I mean, I'm sure there are a few people that come to mind.
Straight off the bat, I'd say Chris Cornell. I really respect the fact that he didn't, when he first started singing, when I think back listening to it, that he wasn't so much of a guitarist. He wasn't so much of a musician. living with the lead singer of Mother Love Bone and learning how to play music around that gentleman, and with his passing and the way that he applied himself to the tribute album, like Temple of the Dog, and like the way that crossed over. I mean, I grew up, when I left home as a 12-year-old, my mum gave me 3 albums. She gave me Babylon by Boss, which was a live album of Bob Marley touring through Europe. The Exploited, self-titled, and Jesus Rodriguez, Cold Facts. And they were all on cassette, and I had like a pink Walkman. And they were my major influences, like listening to stories being told, listening to people kind of like tell their stories in every way, shape, and form. That was what really, no pun intended, but that's what sung to my soul, is just hearing stories being told. And so I I try to tell my story just in words to myself, but then influentially, like hearing the pipes and that unabated kind of like passion of someone like Chris Cornell, and the way it was mixed with the 3 vocal layers, I was just like, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. It was like, it's absolutely beautiful. It was like gravy to my ears.
Okay, well, it really shows in your music. And speaking of your music, if anybody watching this right now says, I'm going to get me Jackson Fish music and so forth, can you get it on physical CDs, or can you get it in all streaming platforms? Let us know.
All my music's free. I don't charge anything for my music. You can listen to it on YouTube, or you can, search it on Bandcamp and stuff like that. I'm in the process of just basically made a new recording studio, so there'll be more music out for free, but I never charge anything for it because I don't, that's not the way I live. Like, currency and the value of people is worth more to me than receiving $1 for a single song I sing. So they're my stories, they're my tales, they're my life, but that's okay. Like, to me, that's worth giving to someone for free. If they've got the time to spend to listen to it, that's okay. So you can find it anywhere. You just got to type in my name correctly. There's only one Jackson Fish in the world, and my name's spelt pretty funny. It's Jakksen, and it's FISH, like a fish in the ocean. So there's only one Jackson Fish, and there only ever will be, and I'm okay with that. But I don't charge for music. I don't ask for money, and I never expect anything from anyone. Their time is worth more to me than anything.
Okay, well, go out there and get that music there. Like you said, it's free, and go on Bandcamp and watch his videos on YouTube. I know he would love you for it. You can even leave a comment, I'm sure. And speaking of your music, we're getting ready to watch this music video from you. It's called The Mirror. Is there a story behind that song? We would love to hear it.
Yeah, there is a story behind that song. Is that one particular night, my partner, I was with a lady, a beautiful lady, for 18 years, and she'd gone to see her family in the northern states of Australia, and I was down here, and I was like drinking to drown, so to speak. I was a bit sad, I was a bit upset, just about life, a direction. And so I was sitting at the bar, and I only went in there with the intention of having 1 or 2 drinks. And then I looked in the mirror at the end of the night, and I was like, I'm the only person who's in control of this situation. Why am I still here? It's been several hours. Didn't really consider that I had an issue with liquor or alcohol, but I looked in the mirror and I went, I'm the only one who has the answer to this. So as you'll hear in the words, it's like, I recall where I've been. I drove the road alone that led me in. Who I've become, I realize that I'm the one that I despise, and the mirror spoke the words. That's basically, and the song will go on and people can listen to it, but essentially it was sense of humility and self-reflection, and understanding that the only person that could change the direction of where I was going was me.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a great song, and everybody's just dying to watch that video, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I think that's all the time we have for right now. Jacksen, thank you so much for being on the show. We'd love to have you back again sometime if you got anything new to plug for us.
No problem. Really lovely to be here, Mr. Mash, and hopefully I can bring some bangers to the show again another time soon.
Yeah,
And
that'll
thank
be
you very
great. Yeah, that'll be great. I always ask the artists that I interview on my show to do that, so that'd be great if you did that, Jacksen. And let's get right to it. Here's that video, The Mirror from Jacksen Fish right here on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
I recall just where I've been. I drove the road alone that led me in. Who I've become, I realize that I'm the one that I despise. Another glass slid across the table. Am I willing? Am I able? The only reason I'm in reply. I turn my head towards the mantle between the glowing beeswax candles. I stare the one that I despise, and the mirror exposed the words, and the mirror is only one that hurt. That each day it doesn't have to be the same, and the man from the other side calls my name. The clock didn't put up a struggle, slow burning the sour subtle. Another bottle I resist in vain. I turn my head towards the mantle, and between the glowing beeswax candles, I know I have no rules left to defy. And the mirror exposed the words, and the mirror is only one that hurt. That each day it doesn't have to be the same, and the man from the other side calls my name. My name. I recall just where I've been. I drove the road alone that led me in. Who I've become, I realize that I'm the one that I